What is up, everybody? This is SuperSight, and welcome back to another video of Heyday. Now, this video is going to be awesome, like every other video, I hope. And this one, in this one, it's going to be a bit of a Derby progress update, but also it's going to be called the Heyday Crisis Exception. Now, I haven't 100% decided on the title, but yeah, there is a massive problem in this market. It is very problematic. It's like just insane with stuff that everyone doesn't want. The main thing, I'd say literally the main thing is potatoes, second main thing indigo, and then sugarcane and tomatoes is just absolutely totally full. A bit of corn in there, but mainly just those four and there's just like lots and lots of profit that you can't even buy. Right, and so, yeah, anyway, it's just insane. It's honestly insane with all this different stuff. People are selling indigo for 1 coin, for 10. I've seen more than one. I've seen a couple doing it for that, which is just crazy, because normally in a regular market, you barely ever see it for 70, and obviously someone bought that lot, but there's just so much of it. People aren't even buying it. They're not buying it for 70 coins sometimes, and it's just so out of hand. All these are virtually advertised, well, not all of them, but a lot of my potatoes, a lot of them, and at some points, I think at some points all of them were. So there's a ton, and I'm trying to get profit from them, as you can see, and I am making some profit. Some things are genuinely selling. Right, and then we've got that 170 more over there, and so yeah, I am trying to get as much profit, but there were points where what happened was I just filled up every single one of my slots full of potatoes, and I didn't, a booster, yes, and I've used up all my help things have been used up, so I can't get the secret help revive things. They've all been taken. I've used up my boat ones, so I can't attract more people to my farm, and so this is where followers are key and becoming really handy when doing stuff. They'll come in and they'll buy your stuff, but still I have massive problems, and at some points I got every single slot was absolutely full, mainly potatoes. No one would buy it, and my silo was also full, so I couldn't harvest or grow anything, which was insane. Actually, there's not much cotton, considering that isn't cotton one of them. I think cotton was, there is more cotton than usual, but there's not that much cotton. And the funny thing is that then, since there's so much more of the other things, although there's more cotton, you wouldn't know, because there's so much of the other stuff that the cotton's just as rare, like just about as rare. Oh, those beautiful. Okay, I want to get those. Right, okay, so, because we're low on soybeans, so we'll go soybeans. There we go, soybeans, there we go, and that's why we need our soybeans. And have they all been bought already? Whoa, no way. Wow, I really thought they were all going to sell up. So I was lucky there. Okay, and then we'll go in there and in there. Right, okay, so we've got that in there. They're pretty good. They're looking pretty good. Right, we'll just go buy another one, because these soybeans are so rare. So for me to be able to buy them, no one's buying them. It's like, are you serious? Normally these are selling up so quickly. Anyway, they're not at the moment, which is awesome. Right, okay, so then we'll go in there like so. Right, just to know how much feed we need of each of them. And then we got some pig feed going. We got some, right, sheep feed. Oh, yeah, reasonable. We will do another pig feed in there. In fact, we'll do 2 more pig feeds. Right, and then just return to get those soybeans before they all sell. I'm really surprised. Right, okay, and then we'll come in here, and we'll sell off 10 more indigo. Right, okay, and then we'll come over here, and then we'll put these on. Right, using all the things that use crops to get rid of stuff. Okay, and then a blackberry in there. And in here, right, I'm just, like, doing these due to my, timing stuff. So, yeah, like, because I wouldn't normally do, and since carrots, there's so few carrots, I've just been doing apple juice, and then, it is a major crisis what's happening. It's kind of insane. For Heyday, it's becoming kind of common. I gotta admit, there's quite a few things that generally, reoccurring events now with the market going crazy, but it is kind of cool. Right, okay, and then, oh, that's awesome. Wow, okay, 30 of them, that's very rare. It's not often that 50 of those, normally you can't buy them. Anyway, I can now, so I'm very happy about that. We have also had a truck event start lately, which has been, I'm just checking for carrots. Carrots? No, carrots are sold. Right, so the truck event has started, right, and so like that. I've done 5, which have all been the jeweler ones, so the green ones. I've only ever done the green ones, which is awesome, and so I'm not losing out. I'm getting my vouchers, as usual, and sometimes even getting more coins, which is really good. So we have 3 days to do that, so I'm going to aim for hit the global thing so I can get the 5 diamonds, and so just need 7 more to get there, which is awesome. I've hit my first threshold already, 3 TNT, so I will easily be able to make it to that threshold. Right, we also have the boat, which is, yeah, that's not really important. Okay, and we have our task going, hence the growing of tomatoes, which is actually really unproductive right now. Anyway, it's for the derby, right, so, yeah, it's just as it goes, like with derbies, you know, sometimes you just have to lose a few coins, which is very sad, but I'm doing it anyway. Right, okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. How are we going to the derby? We are going fine, right, so minus that one. So we only have one more. I decided to choose this one here, which although, and interestingly, because it stays in sync, for example, I had an hour under and an hour over. See, this is another, wait, actually, I'm just thinking how much I'll talk about it in this video. Right, so I am under, so technically, like, the derby would finish before I finish this task, so it's technically, in a sense, unlimited time, in a sense, and so, yeah, when, for example, when it was like, I think it was like 2 days and 7 hours when I picked it, and the harvest thing was down to 2 days and 6 hours. Now, I could have chosen and said, well, actually, because at the time, I hadn't planted any tomatoes in advance, unfortunately, to how it played out, and so, like, and it was on 2 days and 7 hours, 2 days and 7 hours, the task, and so it was already in red, the time thing, and we had 2 days and 6 hours with the harvest thing. Anyway, and so then I can imagine, and so this just for some of you, this is not for everyone, but I can imagine lots of players would think that, oh, well, actually, I'll wait till I grow my first lot of crops like tomatoes and that, then I'll start it. It makes no difference. When it's in red, when it's the same as the length of the derby that's left, in that case, it was the derby had 2 days and 6 hours left, and yeah, right, so 2 days and 6 hours left, and this here was 2 days and 7 hours. Wait, no, this was 2 days and, yes, 2 days and 7 hours, so it was already in red. It makes no difference when you pick it, because regardless of when you pick it, it's still gonna run out, so there's no point leaving it, you might as well start it immediately. Yeah, I'll explain that later when I do some derby videos. Anyway, right, so coming here, how's it going? Oh, this player, oh, we have competition, right, okay, so they have done, right, so they were just on, I think that's their second task, so there's a 385, so that is a good one. They are doing well, these other players are, wait, no, that was the, no, that was not that one, so this one's already done 2 tasks, so that's his third task, his or her third task, so they're not actually doing that well, because with 3 tasks, they should technically be at 1,200 if they're doing their best, and they're barely half that, so their tasks are just slightly above the average of 200, so they aren't actually a threat in reality, because I'll be able to complete this task and go well ahead. And then I have this one lined up, which I can do, or I can just do a help task depending on how close the others are to finishing. It won't really matter. In fact, actually, I'll delete, I don't know if I do want to delete those. I'm just considering my options here. Okay, wait, I'll delete that, because it won't be that one. Wait, will it? I don't know, actually. Wait, it certainly won't be that one, okay, because that one's worth more. And it won't be an intermediate one either, so we'll get rid of that one. So if we get another 400 one, we could do it, but I don't think I'll have time. I haven't timed it well, but I'm still probably going to win, because the others haven't timed it well either. They've had 4 or something days, and they're still only at, like, 0? Like, half of them are still at 0. Wow, that is not very good at all. Okay, wait, 7. Yeah, 7 of them are still at 0. So almost half are still at 0. That is bad. That is really bad. Right, and we also have, right, okay, we'll just buy, wait, okay, we don't need that. Okay, we don't need that. Right, so we have 45 feed there, and we also have goat feed. We have 59. Okay, so we'll do that in there. Right, so I was able to buy some honeycomb, which was cool. Right, and then we'll sell off 10 bacon right there. And then, okay, so we're doing good. Okay, so then, right, and so it was soybeans I was needing because I wasn't able, there's actually a post, I saw a post on Heyday forums saying, I need soybeans, my animals have, well, it was called, like, I need soybeans or something, and they said in the post, my animals haven't been fed in, like, days, obviously since the derby started, because it made it just virtually impossible to get soybeans. I thought that was kind of funny. It was like kind of sad. It's like, yeah, that's so true. It just like virtually, like this event has partially collapsed. And it's caused a major, well, I'd say it's a major crisis in Heyday. It just collapsed the Heyday market and just sort of just destroyed it. And so hence I made this, so I'm making this video around that. But yeah, it's certainly for me, it's, oh, a diamond, yes. It like collapsed it. It literally really messed it up and how it went. It was really bad how the markets turned out with like just being full up of stuff, and it's made it really hard. Hence, the players that are like, well, like, you know, with lots of have upgraded their barn and silo and that, they can easily cope, because like someone that had, for example, like most players wouldn't have 10,000 silo storage, but for example, even if they just had like 5,000, they could store like a few hundred soybeans, so it would last them literally the whole week. Like, and so that's why the upgrading the barn and silo is so important, because you can survive through crisis like this. Like, people can't even buy full-priced eggs anymore. I'm not kidding. It's got so bad. You just have to go through it once or twice, and you just see. Like, you know, it's just Indigo. It's, see, there's full-priced eggs already sold. Possibly competitive to buy those eggs. Possibly not. It depends, but virtually everything is just the same. You got the tomatoes, you got the indigo, you got the potatoes, and you got the sugarcane. And people literally, I've seen more than one player sell indigo for 1 coin, and I was the one that got to buy it. Not competitively. I returned home to sell some other stuff first, which is literally insane. Like, how I could then do that. But there's so many. So for example, with someone that has a massive, with a 10,000 space barn, assuming it was empty before they started, imagine if they bought 10,000 potatoes at 100. That's 260 profit per lot of potatoes. And then how many is that? Right, so that's 1,000. 1,000 times, that's 260. I think this is right. 200. I just did this off the top of my head. 260,000 coins profit. I'm pretty sure that's right. And then because, you know, that's, if you buy the potatoes for 100 coins, sell them for 360, that's 206, so that's 26 profit times the 10,000, or, because I did it, like a stack, so I did 260 profit per 10, but if you do 26 times 10,000, and then you add the three zeros, then a fourth zero. Yeah, that's 260,000 profit for someone that has a full size silo. Over 250,000 coins. 250,000 coins. That is so much. You know, like, so much. So much. You know, just so easily. All they need to do is purchase all those potatoes, fill up their silo, wait for the event to end, sell them. Potatoes will be extremely rare again. Everyone will want potatoes, and boom, they've just made 260,000 coins. I'm not kidding. I just made that. I just worked that out in my mind, because last video I did terrible. I repeat, terrible with working out the barn and upgrading. I got it so wrong. Anyway, sometimes I'm good. Yesterday I was terrible. Well, not so. Well, I recorded the video yesterday, but I released it like 3 or 4 days ago. Anyway. Like, well, yeah, anyway, but, and so I did that terribly. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with how I just did that calculation there with the potatoes. I worked that one off the top of my head. I'm not kidding. Sometimes I'm just so bad, sometimes I'm quite good. I think that was pretty good, but up to you. Yeah, anyway. Right, so we are going to upgrade a barn finally, awesomely. Yes, we are going to upgrade it, and I repeat, I'm not going to do a calculation on working out whatever I didn't even know what I was trying to work out yesterday. I think it was the amount of free space I'd have after I upgraded it, but I didn't do that well. Anyway, this time, finally, let's get it right this time. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna upgrade it in 3, 2, oh wait, and this is gonna be the upgrade to 1,000 storage, which is gonna be awesome. Really awesome. Okay, so I'm looking forward to that, because that's gonna be that, from then on, it's 50 space each time. And so and plus we're gonna get rid of 38 times 3, but I'm not gonna work that out. Anyway, in 3, 2, 1, boomtown, there we go. We now have a level, wait, no, well, yeah, there's 1,000 barn space. And another technical term you can use is you can call it by the level of how many you need for the upgrade. So currently I need 39 to upgrade it, so then you would say that your barn is level, I think it's level 38, because it's the one below, or it might be level 39. Anyway, you call the level of your barn and silo. That's just an interesting fact. Some people, not everyone, but I've seen some people, and you call that, and you say, like, rather than asking how big is your barn or silo, you just say what level was it, and they'll reply 38, 39. I prefer the space, because I'm used to the space, and so, like, the amount that it holds, rather than, like, the actual level. Anyway, it's, of course, up to the players what they do. Right, so most things are active in my, whoa, okay, right, so most things are going pretty well. Right, we'll do we're not goat, we don't need goat, we'll do a sheep and a sheep. Right, so this is a really cool thing. Right, and so derby-wise, as I mentioned before, I'm doing pretty good. I'm happy with how I'm going. I'll get another 400 points, putting me to 1,400. I am not going to hit that final horseshoe. Had I done it exactly like all of them 400, I would have got to 2,000 points, and so I would have hit it. I won't going to get it, but what is the third one? Boomtown, there we go. Oh, we're going to get a puzzle piece, we can also get a screw. Oh, I have to determine that. I'll have to determine. Yeah, it's going to be cool choosing those. But actually, I really hope I'm going to win, because remember, this is the first derby in about a year for me. The very first one. Well, like competitive one. The other ones I just sort of sat around and didn't do anything. But this one, I'm actually competing, so it's quite interesting. Anyway, let's go check out Greg. Right, so what has Greg got? Right, so Greg, hello Greg, how you going? Okay, thank you very much for those bargains right there. Whoa, look at all that space! So beautiful, so much space! Okay, time for, that's right, the Wheel of Awesome. One of the best parts of the video, but before we do that, we better just use this up in case, oh yeah, so yeah, we'll do that. So, activate in case, right, so that's kind of cool, that is cool. Just in case we win that thing there, because we don't want to lose them. Okay, so, let's spin it. Let's spin the Wheel of Awesome. So many awesome things. What is it going to be? It could be coal. It could be like the jackpot. Yes, the jackpot. Exciting. Or it could be like, it could be a platinum bar, or it could be the jackpot. It could be the jackpot. Yes, 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 yes. Jackpot, jackpot. Yes, I think, yeah, watch my probabilities video on the Wheel of Fortune getting what you want. It is, yes, yes, I got the jackpot. Okay, I think that's about, don't quote me, I think that's, wait, I think it's 1 in 11. So that's not actually that rare, but I haven't got the jackpot for quite some time. That is true. I haven't got it for quite a while, so it's quite cool when you actually get it. Let's get the triple. Let's get double first. What's it gonna be? Double jackpot. No, I thought it was gonna start with the double. Yeah, okay. Anyway, we got a platinum bar. I need a platinum bar, so I'm really happy with that. Actually, I'm very happy with that. Right, so let's go looking through here. As you can see, more 70 coin indigo, which is profitable. But yeah, so obviously, there's probably the most common things are the 70 coin indigo and the 100 coin, right, so right there, just vast sums of it, and the 100 potato, the 100 coin potatoes for 10 potatoes. I always, when I'm referring to prices, it's always for 10, that's just a fact, rather than doing single, because generally you're always selling them for 10 anyway, so yeah, that's just, right, okay, and then let's just get rid of our indigo here, and then I'm going to move on to explaining what I've been, right, so we'll put that there, and then we'll sell off this, get some profit. Now, I could be selling them, for example, $1.99 or $2.49, and that possibly would sell them faster. Maybe I should be doing that, actually. I just haven't been, thinking. Well, I have been thinking a bit. Obviously, to do this video, it required some thought, but in that regard, maybe not. Right, okay, so there we go. We've got this. Now, this here, as I said, was called the Heyday Crisis Exception. Now, what does that mean? That could have a wide range of interpretations. Well, it's actually only got, anyway, my meaning of it is in regards to the visitors. Now, this is true. Yesterday I hadn't thought of this, and it's a new thought that I've just had between yesterday and today. And it's because this was yesterday when I thought about it, when every single slot was filled up, right? No, that's bad. That is not good. We don't want low battery. That's bad. Okay, right, and we haven't got the charger nearby. Okay, well, let's just keep going. Okay, so, right, okay, maybe I should get, no, I'll keep going. Surely it can't go down 10%, but my iPad's a bit with the percentages. Anyway, let's see how we go. Right, okay, so now I've lost my train of thought. Yes, so I got this thought when everything was full up, and I literally couldn't, destroy products, if you will. Get rid of them. Like, for example, this one, there wasn't many I could get rid of, and then over here it was full, and then no, okay, that's bad. That is very bad. That is extremely bad. That just went down very, very quickly. very quickly, too quickly, in fact, I am going to go right now, and I'm going to get my charger, because that just lost 5 percentage points in about 30 seconds, so just one tick. Right, okay, oh, back. Right. Right, I'm coming back. Right, okay, closing the door and putting on my charger. Sorry if the sound isn't exactly loud right now. I'm just getting on my charger. That was awkward. This doesn't often happen. I do apologize. Right, and then we'll put that over there. Then we'll put that over there. And sorry about that. Okay, and putting the charger back in. Okay, we are back in action. Back in action. I repeat. Okay, yep, you got the point. Right, okay, back to where I was. Sorry about that. I do apologize. Anyway, we are back. Okay, so the problem was there wasn't enough distribution channels, right? And what I mean by that is ways to destroy the product. I could not, like, by destroy, I don't mean physically, like, destroy the product. I mean get rid of it out of your farm. Since you couldn't sell it to anyone, you could, and the boat, at the time, the boat didn't have these things, like, they didn't have crop ones. And all my production slots were full, so for example, the best way to get rid of it is through that, but that was wheat, and wheat wasn't the problem. It was other things like not things that you can use very quickly. And so the problem was I couldn't get rid of my product, and I was thinking, man, this is really annoying. And so anyway, then I thought, well, there is one way. Well, two ways actually. There's this, which still absolutely no matter what, under no circumstances, really, except, you know, double coins event occasionally, but generally not. Just don't even go there with the orders. But visitors, yes, visitors. Now, why? And so I was like, actually, I could sell it to them. And you'll be like, whoa, this is against all SuperSight's advice ever given. Yes, but of course, that's what the video is about. The crisis exception. Now, what I mean by that is selling to them. That's right, I'm actually telling you to sell them. Now, this is very exceptional, get it? Anyway, this is for a rare instance where you can, like, when problems like this happen in the market. I do believe this will happen again in the future. There'll probably, I'm just being honest here, probably there's going to be other issues in the future. Supercell does the absolute best to try and help them and continue it how it goes, but sorry, it just, sometimes it just isn't, like, it just doesn't work, like, in the fact that this has happened. And so anyway, this, they tried their best, and so I do applaud them for it. Yeah, it just, like, the fact, because originally they used to do just single crops, and then that single crop would go, like, vast, like, there'd just be so much of it. Anyway, then they're like, okay, let's put all the crops in, so there'll be proportionately more, but it still didn't work, because, yeah, I don't think, they didn't have soybeans, I don't think, is one of them. Or maybe they did, I haven't got a soybean task. But they mainly put these ones here particular. For example, they said, okay, let's make it so it's not a big problem. Let's put lots of crops in. But even so, those crops prevailed and the other ones did not. And soybeans and carrots were the main two that people needed, because you needed to make feed, and that really killed it, especially the soybeans, because the soybeans were absolutely crucial, but they were knocked out, and so, but yeah, because Supercell hoped that proportionally it would go up the same amount, and apparently they were meant to put more tasks at 400, well, that's totally unrelated actually, so I won't even talk about that. Anyway, so going back to there, and so I thought, well, why not do it to the visitors? Why? Because I've always said to not do it, but the problem was, since everything's not selling at full value, for this week, everything is not at full value. Suddenly, there's actually a point, because it's to do with, like, the law of supply and the law of demand. Anyway, originally, everything's value was its full price, right? So I have done, it's called the golden secret number 2. Check that out about stuff being at its full price max value. But but the problem was that it was no longer at its full price. People were no longer willing to buy potatoes at 360 coins. That's no longer its full value for this week. It is immediately after this week's over, as long as there's not another special derby, it will jump back up. But that was not so. That did not happen, and so it meant that you ended up having, the potatoes have lost value. Their value, people will not pay 360. You want to know? You want to see proof? Just look at that. People won't pay full prices for these things anymore, because they're not worth the full amount anymore, due to the fact of they've just lost value, because there's so many people supplying them, and the demand, people just don't want them at that price anymore. They want lower because there's just so many of them. So then you have to evaluate the new value. Now, the new value, you don't know it exactly. Like, it's obviously not 360 anymore, and it's obviously not necessary, and it won't be lower than 1 coin anymore because I bought them for 1 coin. I bought them for 100 coins, so it's not below 100, it's not 360, so it's between that. Anyway, since I know that they can't sell for, like, even the fact that they weren't even selling well at 300 or 100, I knew that they had a significant value drop, although you don't know the exact one. So, what do you have here? You have two visitors, well, lots of visitors normally, but you have, well, two at once, but they change. Anyway, you have two visitors offering it for a value which I consider higher, that of which I could sell at the market. What do I mean by that? Well, potatoes normally, normally they sell for 36 coins, right? So we'll just do a single one. So 36 coins for one potato. I could buy them for 10 coins each, because 100 for 10. Right, no, 10 for 100 coins. So they're 10 each and 336 at full value. They weren't full value anymore, and so they were lower than full value. How much is she offering? How do you work it out? 360, so you do the price divided by the amount to work out the thing. So I did 3,645 divided by 186, because that's per potato she's offering, which happened to come out at 19.6 coins each, so about 20 coins each. So she was going to offer me 20 coins per potato. Now that's better what I was, and since there was so many of them and I could always buy them for 10 coins each, then it's like, well, you might as well sell them to her. Hence, I am honestly, I'm going to do these deals now, because normally I don't want to recommend it, but you will get more, you will get coins, just forget about that, because since they're not selling for the 360, they wouldn't even sell for like 150, probably, if you were trying, like, I was just buying them at 100, but they weren't selling if I wasn't buying them generally. So obviously their value was possibly even below 10 per potato, but she's offering way more, and since they're not selling, I might as well be buying them and reselling them to her. So for example, I buy them for 10, I sell them for 20. Not the full 36, because people won't buy them anyway, but she's offering 20 coins per potato, and I was buying them for 10, so I'm making 10 profits per potato. So per stack, I'm making 100 coins profit, and then, for example, there's a lot of stacks right here, so like, for example, 19 stacks, so then 19 times 100 profit, 1,900 coins profit. I don't know if I got that right, but I think it's roughly 1,900 profit from buying them at 100 for 10. So, yeah, and so I'm going to be doing this, and so, yes, here you go. There we go. We got those, which was awesome. And so I am, in fact, and for example, tomatoes, I haven't got enough at the moment. If I see them, the tomatoes for the regular price of, I think it's default price, I think, is at 200 coins for 10, I will buy them and then I'll resell them to her, because I am going to make profit off them, since I can't sell them through the thing, because they're not worth that much anymore at the moment. I might as well be selling to visitors. So I have indeed been selling my things. Now, another thing to keep in mind of what, and tomato, right, so, and then also with her, she's offering them at 20, if you do the same, 1,309 coins divided by 55 tomatoes equals 23.8 coins per tomato, which is about 24 coins. You can buy them for less than 24 coins each, so less than 240 coins for the tomatoes. It might be 130 is default price from memory. I think it's 130 for 10-bit tomatoes, I think. Anyway, whatever it is, it's far lower than the price she's offering, and since I can't sell them at full price, as like potatoes, I'm more than happy to sell them to her. And so when this crop comes ripe, I'll probably end up selling them to her, because people will not buy the tomatoes at full price. They probably wouldn't even, they probably won't even buy them for the price she's offering. So she's actually offering a better deal, and of course, don't do anything to do with the barn. The barn isn't the stuff, that's not even the problem, because everyone still wants the barn stuff. And so send those ones off, but always generally sell to these ones, especially with it. So don't go ahead and just sell off all these chilies at that price. Chilies will still sell at full price. It's the potatoes, the sugarcane, the certain things, the cotton, etc. So yeah, that is the exception, the crisis exception of selling it to visitors. So against all what you normally do, this is that one scenario in which you do sell to them, and I do recommend that it is a good option to sell to them. And so that's what I am indeed recommending. I can't believe I'm actually doing this. Actually recommending that you do it, and that is in this one situation. By the time this video is gone, released, that this crisis will be over, but there might be another crisis, and if there is, you'll know what to do. You just got to calculate, you got to work, if they're not selling for full price, they're generally not going to sell for a significantly lower than full, and this sort of crisis thing, so you'll get the idea. If, for example, I could sell them for more than what she's offering, 23.8 coins, so that's 238 coins for a stack of 10. If they were selling for that in the shop, go ahead, sell them in the shop. But if people aren't buying them for the price they are offering, then sell to them instead, because it's far more worth it to sell to them. So yeah, that is the crisis exception of selling to them, because that gets rid of a few things. Another thing I also have been doing is I've been making a try and clump them together, and so I have a certain one or two that I have heaps of. In this case, it's potatoes, and it's normally potatoes and sugarcane, or potatoes and indigo, which I have masses more, and then other things that people don't want, such as, for example, those potatoes I put in like a couple of days ago and they haven't sold. But other things, for example, like what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to totally get rid of, like, for example, I've messed it up right now in the barn, but what I'll try and do from now is get rid of all the sugarcane by selling it, but keeping these two expensive ones. Well, I might keep, like, tomatoes, actually. For example, like... Sorry, I'm just trying to think to explain this. In fact, in the perfect example, we sell off all our sugarcane and indigo, we keep all our tomatoes and potatoes, so we have heaps of them and not much of the other ones, because when they request it, they request about a third to 2/3 of it approximately. So you want them to request a ton of it at once. Now, if you have, for example, an equal amount, so you have 100 indigo, 100 tomatoes, 100 sugarcane, 100 potatoes, it's not very good, and so therefore you can't sell them off. And so the idea is you want to just have heaps of two of them, since they generally, you just want to, well, especially, definitely have at least the top one, heaps of it, and so when they come and request, they'll request that one, so you can get rid of a ton of it at once, and then just sell off the little one. So that's what I was trying to do with the potatoes, and it worked, because they came and requested a ton of potatoes, so I could get rid of a big chunk at once, rather than having 100 of each, and them only requesting a few. You want to have a couple which you have a ton of, and then they'll request those ones, and then you just sell off these other ones that you have less of. And for example, with the price thing, depending on which ones to buy and more, I feel like they're more likely to buy tomatoes in the actual market, so I might sell them off. But you want to have the more expensive ones, like the 306, well, that's technically the most expensive, but you want to have the ones that they'll, like, request as the ones that you're... Sorry, I'm not making sense here. But yeah, just from this, I want you to take that you can sell to them in this situation, and it's a good idea to get rid of stuff, because you can buy it for really cheap. Now, certainly, if you do not go out and buy potatoes at full price, or any high price. Only buy them at default price, approximately around there or lower, to sell to them. Do not buy them at full price to sell to them. That is a terrible idea. You'll lose coins. This is only for if you're buying them at, like, default price or lower, and then you can't sell them in your regular market. Selling to them is a viable option. And the other thing is, try and keep one or two that you have heaps of the rare items, so they'll request it, and then you can sell that big chunk off at once, rather than having 100 of all 4 of them. So that is basically it for this video. I really, really do hope you enjoyed it. And, oh, there we go. There are the tomatoes. Can we buy them? Yes, we can. And we are going to sell them. Oh, beautiful. Look at all that. That is insane. That is awesome. What in the world? Oh my. What in the world? That is honestly insane. Right, so it's a yes from me. Okay, there we go. And coming back. Oh, that is insane. That is literally, that is the extent of the price. And people still aren't even buying them. I was the only one that bought them, and still, people have had a few seconds down, they still haven't bought them. What about this player? Still haven't bought those 100%. The problem is just insane. And obviously, that is just... Anyway, I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I really hope it helped just to know that one extra way that you can get rid of some of your crops. And so, obviously, these are my top 2 now, so I will sell off all my... As much as... when I sell stuff in the market, it will be the indigo and the sugarcane, and then I'll stock up on these 2, so when they request, they'll buy a big chunk of those instead. So that was what I was trying to get across before. So I really hope it does help. Gives you an idea, and literally I only thought about it yesterday, so obviously SuperSight is still coming up with things, still getting ideas. I'm not out of ideas yet. I've still got heaps of ideas, actually, but obviously there's still ones that I just get yesterday. I didn't think to do that, and because of this problem, this crisis, I thought of a new thing to do. So I hope that this thing will help you just have another option and you'll know how to use it correctly and get more coins out of it, still make profit even in the worst of situations. So please like it if you enjoyed it, please subscribe, please if you haven't already done so, and thank you so much for all of you who are subscribed and do like and do comment on the videos, and I really do hope you enjoy them. I try my 100% best in these videos. I try and present you with the best information, the educational information, the high quality information, and entertaining information that will make you top Heyday players. This has been SuperSight, and remember to make coins faster than honeybees make honey.